I have been selected to be published in the 12th anthology of the fucking space spikes, oh my god. Hi everyone, so my story Oak Spokes Are Folks has been accepted for publication by Microcosm Publishing. This will be in the 12th volume of the Bikes in Space anthology, Gardens and Plants edition. And I have more good news. My poem Sail Mail has also been accepted for publication from, or to, or of, okay, I'm like freaking out, so like I can't speak anymore, but Solarpunk Magazine has wanted it for their issue, for their 9th issue coming out this May, and I want to talk to you guys about these acceptances and these publications. I have a lot I want to talk about, that's why I'm like jumping straight into it. I also have a lot of April updates or April plans I have that I want to share with everyone. So yeah, let's just get started with this video. I'm like trying to say 10 things at the same time. Okay, let's do this slowly. Oaks Spokes Are Folks. I talked about this short story in a lot of my videos. You can actually find the Zero Drafts first paragraph in my 2022 writing things I wrote in 2022 video. So you can take a peek there. I also talked about this in my writing woes video. So I guess I lied to y'all because it got accepted for publication. I guess I was overthinking it. I totally was overthinking it because yeah, I'm so happy that I sold it, or like this has been picked up. I finally feel like really validated as a writer. I was feeling a lot of doubt because I had only had Tomorrow be published, and Tomorrow is only 100 words. So I felt like I wasn't able to tell a full story, or I didn't know how to tell a full story. But I think I do. If you guys missed the synopsis from my writing woes video, this short story is about our main character who is going on a bike tour on this beautiful planet for her bachelorette party, and it's such a relationship story. I talked a lot about relationships in my character video, like how you create characters, and you can expect familial relationships, hence the folks. And then this story also talks about relationships between you and the planet, Oaks. And of course there's also like a bicycle theme, and that's where the spokes come in, and I'm really happy about it. I'm gonna put in a clip of me reacting to this acceptance. I teared up. I have no words. I think like, I don't want to talk too much about this because I feel like as an author or as a writer, I have a lot of reasons behind why I tackle on certain stories and why they are important to me. But as a reader, I also don't want you to get too biased onto like what my intentions were with the piece, because I think that's the beauty of reading, right? You interpret it however you like. So I don't want to say too much, but I just want to tell you guys like why I wrote it. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like a very short thing from like my writer's perspective, which is that I'm 28 going on 29, and I don't know how do I say this without, I'll just put it bluntly. Our grandparents are dying. Like, I lost 2 grandparents last year from different sides. My friends have lost grandparents, acquaintances have lost grandparents. I'm at the point in my life where grandparents are dying and our parents are getting older too. And I wanted this piece to speak about that and speak about our relationship between our parents. And okay, I'll leave it at that. I don't want to go too much into it. Now, some details on how you can buy this issue, this volume actually, and when it's coming out. Okay, bear with me. It's coming out in 2024, fall of 2024. Yeah, it's a long lead time, and it made me just like take a step back and be like, wait, is this what traditional publishing is gonna be like? That's a long time from now. Yeah, it's a long time from now. There's actually gonna be also a Kickstarter to get the anthology put together, and I don't have details for that yet. I don't have details on the book cover, I don't have details on the Kickstarter and when that will be live. So I trust the publisher, the editor. This is her 12th time putting together this anthology, this Spikes in Space anthology, and I've actually stalked their old Kickstarters and they've always reached and went above their goal. So I have like absolute faith that the Kickstarter is gonna pull through, and I will let you guys know when all those details are out. If you participate in the Kickstarter, you get like so many perks, and I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay, wait, hold on, I gotta show you something. This is the Spikes in Space Volume 8. This is the Cats edition, kitties, and I have a print. It's gonna be in a printed anthology like this. So exciting, so exciting. Also, I wanted to tell you guys that I've actually tried to submit to this anthology back in 2020, and I was just clearly not ready. When I realized that I wanted to take writing seriously, I had a lot of doubt because every author I was listening to, I was like learning from, they said you need to write not just one book, not just 2 books, but 3 books, 4 books before you can actually get published. And I remember that used to like freak me out because I was like, I can't even finish 1 book, you expect me to write 2 or 3? But now that I've been writing so much and I've been practicing so much, it's true. Like, you just have to practice writing, because I was like looking through my really old submission like 3 years ago. Wow, it just, I don't know, it's just like, it circles back, I guess. Like, oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna read out what they said about the piece and my acceptance email. I won't put the whole thing up here. Hi Kelly, I loved your story and am delighted to accept it for the 12th volume of Bikes in Space. I really love how you show the lush natural surroundings and cooperative nature of bicycling, marrying the bounty of close and loving relationships. The story just left me feeling good. Oh my god. Am I crying? Okay, I look like a bum. Oh my god, but I had to get my reaction. My heart's going so fast. Oh my god! Okay, I need to calm down. Okay, let's talk about the second acceptance. Okay, I am over the moon for this one. Like, I have never been so excited for anything to get accepted. It's funny because like I teared up in the first acceptance, like when I read it, like I kind of teared up. You saw the clip, right? But this one, I'm like, okay, I think I know why. It's because this poem is gonna get a lot of eyes on it because it's gonna be free on their site, I'm pretty sure. And this poem is only like 130 words, so I just think like because there are gonna be more eyes on it and it's free, and I'm just so excited. I also, it's like a poem. Okay, am I making any sense? I'm so excited. Okay, I need to calm down. I need to calm down. I had so much imposter syndrome regarding poetry. I talked about this in my 2022 writing things I wrote in 2022. Wow, I keep saying the wrong thing. I think I just don't know how to edit poems because once I write them, I'm like, okay, what's next? So I think poetry is definitely a skill that I need to continue honing. Like, if I really want to. I really like that one. I really do. You know what, maybe I should try to like hone my poetry skills because I really like them. And I never said this in a video before, so I'll tell you guys right now. The first time I actually ever was published was in high school. I was published through my high school's literary magazine. It's not really real published because I think real published means there's like an ISBN number and blah blah blah. You can buy it. Okay, I'm losing my voice. I wrote a lot of poems in high school and I had, I think, 3 different poems get published through that literary magazine when I was in high school. And something happened during university slash after university. I actually had a call with Therese. She is our co-editor-in-chief of Augur. She's also the poetry editor at Augur. And I honestly just had like a 2.5 hour like poetry woes call with her, because I was just like, I remember like when I was in English class and when I was taking the AP English exam, I remember always loving the poetry and I loved examining it and analyzing it. But somehow like it all like fell apart, and I don't know, I was just unconfident. I can't put into words. I was just really not confident. I was really shy. I felt like I was imposter. Like it was the worst level of imposter syndrome I've had with writing. And now I have a poem coming out and I feel like I can finally like call myself a poet. And this poem is just this poem is Euphoria. This is a Euphoria in a poem. This is also me in a poem. Like if you read this poem, it's just me. It's just me. Like oh god. This video is just unhinged now. I just cannot wait for you guys to read Sale Mail. Oh my god, like okay, I thought this was gonna come out in July because I submitted it under their March period. It was also their window for their BIPOC only issue, so I thought I was gonna be slotted into that issue, which would be coming out in July. And I was thinking to myself, wow, this is such like a spring poem. I wish it was coming out in the spring. And it's coming. I don't know what happened. Like maybe I just like misunderstood, but it's coming out in May. I don't have the exact dates right now. I don't have a cover or anything, but again, all that will be like upcoming. And like Solarpunk Magazine, like I've been trying to like submit to them all of last year, especially the second half of last year. And I feel like they were my dream magazine. And now I was accepted. Like it's a poem and it's like alien flowers and it's like friendship. Okay, don't want to spoil. You can tell that I'm getting flustered, right? I'm not even looking straight at the camera anymore. Okay, we're gonna take a break so I can compose myself. Actually, no, we're not gonna take a break. I'm gonna read to you a little bit of what the acceptance says. Dear Kelly, thank you for submitting Sale Mail to Solarpunk Magazine. We love this poem and would like to accept it for publication. Thanks again for sending in such a wonderful poem, and we're looking forward to working with you. What? Just one? Oh guys, I wish I took a video of me reacting to this acceptance, because I totally did not think I was gonna get accepted. Like I was rejected twice for Solarpunk last year when it came to prose, like fiction. And this is my, I think, third attempt at submitting poetry, and this is my second time writing speculative poetry. Yeah, this is like a science fiction poem. And I wrote this so fast. I literally wrote this, oh my god, I can go so much into it, and this video is like 15 minutes already. Okay, but what I did want to say was that I knew something was up with my submission, because Solarpunk uses Moksha, and Moksha is like an online portal where you can track submissions. Augur uses it. When you submit something to Moksha, it tells you like where you are in the queue of like submissions to read through. It tells you the average response time, and it tells you how long you've been waiting in the queue. So I submitted it. I wish I took a screenshot. I submitted it. I was at number 4. And the average response time was 1 day. 1 day. And I was like, okay, this is game over. The next day I checked, I didn't get rejected, but I saw that my queue went up to 3, and it stayed there at 3 for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. And at this point, like, I'm just like freaking out because I am not good at dealing with things out of my control. So I was actually like a little bit, like I was not a little bit, I was full on anxiety. I was like, I'm gonna get rejected. Like I believe in this poem so much. And then I totally forgot, like, okay, with Oak Spokes Are Folks, like with the Bikes in Space anthology, I knew I was gonna hear back around March 20th because that's what the publisher editor told me when I submitted the piece. But I didn't know when I was gonna hear back. So it's a Monday morning, you know, I'm upset or pissed because like I gotta work again. I'm in Scrum listening to what the devs are saying, giving their updates, and I'm bored. My camera's on, by the way, but I'm bored, so I check my email and I see it's from Solarpunk, and I'm like, okay, I got rejected. And then I read it and I was like, no way. turned my camera off immediately. I'm pretty sure I had some sort of like physical reaction. I wish I could see myself through that like webcam. Yeah. When I told you guys this was gonna be a long video, I was not joking. So actually I did something that I want to show everyone, which is that I made my own author website. I coded it myself, developed it myself, designed it myself and everything, and I want to share with you guys just because like now that I have like 3 publications out, I feel like I should start making this like very professional. So I made my own website. If it's weird, it's because again I coded it all myself. I haven't touched code in like 5 years. So this is what it looks like, and you can click about, whoa, and my list of publications. Wow, so freaking cool. Man, I wish I got my reaction for the poem. Don't look at my website on your phone, or if you're using Windows, it's gonna look funky. It's not dynamic, it doesn't adjust well to smaller screen sizes like your phone. Okay, by the way, if anyone is actually curious about the things I'm writing, like let me know. I would love to make a video just like talking about it. Anyway, I'm looking at my publications just like on my computer, and I'm just so proud of all of them. They're all like sci-fi, they're all really important themes to me, and I cannot believe it. Okay. I want to say, okay, I have so many things to say, but I have to say this because now that I have like 3 things published or that will be published, and I volunteer at Augur, I have to give a PSA to everyone, which is that I didn't pay to be a part of any of these publications. In fact, they paid me. They are paying me. So I just want to I'm trying to say this like in the most professional way I can, but if you are paying for something, I would just caution you and just to like think twice of what you're paying, whether that's submission fees or you're paying the editor, like the editor's like, oh, you gotta pay me so we can work together to edit your story, or if the editor's like, oh, you gotta pay for illustrations. I'd be very, very cautious of that, because for the most part, especially if you're writing speculative works, and that's what I specialize in, literary journals, nonfiction papers, they have their own thing going on, and I think those publications do require submission fees. But for spec work, there's so many magazines out there, including Augur, Solarpunk, Fantasy and Science Fiction, Clarkesworld, Apex, Uncanny, Hexagon. I can just go on and on about like the different spec magazines that don't need submission fees. So if you are paying submission fees, I would ask like, where's this money going to? Because they can say, oh, it's going back to the magazine, but you don't really know. Like you don't really know. And I just find it like that submission fees isn't very on the author's side. Authors already, like we writers already self-reject so much, and to put like a big stop, like you gotta pay $5 first, I think just makes that mentality even worse. Here's the other thing about submission fees, like are you sure it's not just like a pre-acceptance fee? Like if you pay this fee, you're gonna get published. Do you really want that? And what does that say about the quality of the work? What does that say about the anthology? I would keep that in mind too. And most importantly, like if you're choosing to publish through them, what are you gaining? Like what are you gaining from this specific publisher that's asking you to pay for them to read your story? I think that submission fees, a lot of the excuses, I find the word excuse very valid here, is that the editor, whoever's reading it, won't be reading poor quality work. It's like a filter. But the thing is, never in my life have I submitted a bad quality piece of work because there are no submission fees. All the publications, like all the short stories and the poetry that was accepted, I put my like heart and soul into it, even though the submission fee was free. Yes, there will be certain individuals who will probably use ChatGPT, even though all submission says don't use ChatGPT. I'm sure there are malicious individuals who would do that just to like gain. But for the most part, you can tell, when a piece of quality is just bad. Like, you don't need a filter for that. I read slush. Trust me guys, I've read my fair share of racist, homophobic, incorrect use of the English language. Every journal, every anthology, every magazine, every small press has their own unique circumstances, but I just want to give a quick PSA because a lot of new writers, we want to be published. We think that, wow, they're doing a favor for me, I'm gonna get published, but it's so easy to get sucked into that mindset that I just really want to let you guys know that there are tons of reputable magazines, anthologies, small presses that will read your stuff for free. And I'm a slush reader. Like, I don't get paid for slush reading. I just, like, you're supposed to be slush reading anyway. Like, I don't get it. I'm gonna put a tweet here. I think it's from Carrie, who's the publisher of Augur, or it's from the actual Augur account. If you have any questions, like, leave them in the comments below. And if I actually can't answer them, I could probably ask Carrie too, so they could give me like their train of thought. Like, Carrie is just superb. They're brilliant. They started Augur. They also have a story in Solarpunk. Also, Therese also has a poem in Solarpunk issue 1. Alright, this video is super long. Next, we're going to talk about my April plans, April updates, life updates. So I will be doing 2 live streams with NaNoWriMo for Camp NaNoWriMo. I believe the dates are April 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and April 20th. I will include these links in a community post once everything is set up on their end, but I am really happy to be working with NaNoWriMo again. I totally thought they were ghosting me. I should have just followed up. I should have just followed up, so that was my bad. And it's my first time, it will be my first time doing a live stream in over a year, so that's gonna be interesting. But also, I think it will be nice to connect with the writing community again, especially from NaNoWriMo's side. I feel like because sometimes, like, when it's on my channel, I get a little bit more like nervous. I know people will show up for the NaNoWriMo ones, and yeah, it's very sudden. Like, I was like, whoa, I got an email from them. So yeah, very cool, very cool. In April, I will also be doing a lot of editing work, editorial work. I have 2 short stories I'm working on for Augur for their issue 6.1, which is coming out, I think, in the later spring or early summer. And I am also beta reading Chris's first act, I believe, of her science fiction cyberpunk novel. I'm really excited for that. It's like my genre. Well, I love sci-fi. I also have an editing client, a returning client. I'm doing a proofread. I don't know if this is the 2nd book in her series or if it's a new book. Either way, I'm really excited. It's so great to be connecting with your returning clients. It means that they trust you and then you trust them too. So it's a very beautiful, like, this, being an editor has really changed my perspective on a lot of things, and I enjoy doing it so much. So if you guys want to hire me for editorial services, I'll have a link. It's Bramble and Crow Books, and I use Bramble and Crow for like editing because I want it to be a little bit more dissociated from Kelly, because I want to be a writer and that will be the editing stuff. Okay. YouTube writing, I guess we could talk about writing first. My writing plans for April: I'm gonna be finishing my first draft of Mia. Oh my god, I didn't say, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about that last. So I am gonna be finishing up my first draft of Mia soon. I have not finished it yet at this point of me filming this video, but there will be a writing vlog coming. I don't know when I'm gonna be posting that. My relationship with vlogs and YouTube has changed a lot, and I thought I said it like very eloquently in my writing woes video, but I don't think I really did. I just find that when I first started out this YouTube channel, I needed so much hand holding. I was not sure about anything. I needed so much help, and that's why I started making these videos. And I find that now that I'm like more independent, I know how to handle things, I feel like I'm not asking for help as much, and therefore I'm not very into the vlogs. I guess that's the only way to say it. Like, I don't feel a need to like ask a question like, oh, I'm stuck, hold my hand, lead me through this. Like, I'm not really like that. I think that writing vlog where I finish up Mia might be the last one for several months actually, and I'm just having a fun time like writing these stories kind of like on my own. Where was I going with this? I guess this would lead up to the YouTube point. I don't think I can ever stop making videos, but I think that the writing vlogs will come less for sure. How do I segue to the next point? I can't. Well, I can. This is the thing. I was thinking of making a video doing homework for a writing retreat. I applied for Maggie Stiefvater's writing retreat in Scotland and I got in. I'm really happy about that. I'll be going to Scotland in July and she'll be my writing mentor. She gave us like homework to do. There's a curriculum. I'm really excited. Like, I've never had a writing teacher before. So I was thinking of making a video where I like do the homework because there's like a lot involved. If you guys are interested in something like that, like let me know, because I probably will film like bits and pieces of the actual writing retreat. Anyway, there's a lot going on. There's like a lot going on. And that's really it. That's all I wanted to say. I don't know if it actually made any sense in this video, but is this it? Let me think. Yep, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for still hanging around. This video is probably like almost like 45 minutes now. And my throat's like scratchy a little because I was like screaming. Let me know if any exciting things have happened on your end, whether that's like writing, whether that's life, a new job, a new boyfriend, getting married. Like, let me know in the comments below and hopefully I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.